Hi everyone, my name is Mila. Today I want to share my journey on practicing yoga and meditation for 4 years straight and how it changed me. I want to share how I ended up practicing yoga at all because the beginning of this journey is a huge part of this story. Back then in my environment, literally no one practiced yoga and I didn't even fully realize what yoga is. There was quite big period in my life when I was working in an office way overtime, not getting paid for those overtime hours, and I was in an abusive relationship at the same time. So I barely had days off and I barely had time to eat. It all led me to one lifestyle, eating lots of junk food and drinking lots of alcohol. With time, there was no dinner where I did not drink at least a glass of wine or a bottle of beer. It was truly devastating for my body and my soul too. Eventually, I had strength. I left my job and I left my relationships. I saved up some money and I went traveling to Southeast Asia. I think because yoga originated in Asia, it's so common to hear about yoga here and there. Finally, there was this one morning when I woke up and I thought to myself, I never practiced yoga before. And I gotta tell you, with the lifestyle I had, I was not flexible at all. I was not sporty. I wasn't even healthy back then. I literally knew nothing about yoga. I thought that it was some kind of very light exercise, kind of stretch thing. So I had this fitness app on my phone for God knows what reason, because obviously I never opened it. And that very morning, I finally opened the app. I found this 10-minute yoga video for beginners. And there I was in my regular clothes, no mat, no nothing, doing yoga literally on the ground. Because I didn't even know that at some point in yoga, you need to place your hands on the floor or even lie down on the floor. From that 10 minutes, I was so amazed by the poses my body never done before, and especially by the flow transitions between them. For some reason, transitions really surprised me, and for me back then it seemed like something magical. So that morning something clicked. The next day I did the same video, and then I did it again and again and again. Even though I had no one to ask, deep in my soul, I realized that yoga goes far beyond just doing exercises and stretches. Approximately 3 months later, after I started practicing yoga, I found traditional tantric hatha yoga school in Bali, where I ended up going almost every day for the next 2 years. I wasn't looking for anything specific because I didn't even know that there are styles of yoga. But looking back, I'm almost sure that something divine led me to that place, because every practice in that school consisted of asana, pose practice, pranayama, breathing practice, and meditation, and each practice was an hour and a half. And that's what I really needed for my healing journey. When you practice body and mind awareness, your energy frequencies become higher, and I stopped wanting junk foods or drinking alcohol, and I started eating more fresh foods like fruits and veggies and really nourishing my body. Also, I became very aware of how certain foods make me feel. Before practicing yoga, I used to eat out of being bored. I couldn't feel whether I'm hungry or I'm full. After I started practicing yoga, I finally could understand if I'm really hungry right now or I'm full and I should stop now. Yoga led me into therapy, where I could finally work on my previous traumas connected with my previous relationships, my job, and even my childhood. Before practicing yoga, I used to hate my body. I used to hate myself and the way I look. After I started practicing yoga, I could finally look in the mirror and think, I like this girl in the mirror, she's doing good. I became flexible, and it feels amazing to be able to do all sorts of different poses that I couldn't do before. If you are one of those people who say, I'm not flexible enough to do yoga, then guess what? It works the other way around. You don't have to be flexible, or you don't have to have any special skills to practice yoga. It works the other way around. Yoga makes you flexible. I gained confidence. I don't have to prove anything to anyone. I wake up, I do my yoga, I meditate, and I'm ready to hit the world. After I started practicing yoga, I became very aware of my breath. Not something you usually notice, huh? Do you feel how you breathe right now? I became very aware of my body and the parts of the body that you usually don't really feel, like a shoulder blade or an ankle. I recently learned that it's called spatial body awareness or proprioception, when you are very aware of your limbs. This is fun because when I pick up something from the floor, I do it balancing on my leg, and it feels amazing to not fall on one side. Yoga made my overall health much better. My skin is glowing and my hair is not falling, and I never felt better in my life. I became much stronger physically and mentally. I met lots of like-minded people, and you know what? Yoga community is the safest place on earth, full of love, kindness, and non-judgment. I also started teaching yoga, even though it happened accidentally, but that's the story for another time. So if you are currently on a path that is destroying your body, your soul, or you're just starting to get off that path, yoga will help you. And I encourage you to check out my beginner series on this channel and get your boost of healing.